My name is Steve Samuel from Design Visionaries, and this post is about the Weld tool and using the Weld tool. So in order to show you how to use the Weld tool, I've got some steel plates that I'm going to weld together in an assembly. There are two kinds of weldments. Really, there's weldments where you are using the assembly tool and just creating your weldment as parts, as assembled components and welded together, or you could make a weldment in one single part file. It depends on how accurate the weld is or the weldment is, and it depends on if you're ordering the weldment from an outside vendor all under one part number or not. So there's some choices that you have to make. So this little example is one where we're going to bring in a bunch of components and weld them together. In many cases, when you're starting a assembly, you use the add component. I'm going to click on add component, and I'm going to bring in a steel plate. Here's steel plate number one. And I'm bringing it in, and when I say OK, it asks me, or in general, it fixes the first part in the weldment or in the assembly. Now, since I brought this part in previously, it didn't ask me that, but usually when you bring in your first part, it asks you if you want to fix it. And so now, since it's not fixed, and you can see on this position button it's not fixed, or the position column, I'm going to use the fix constraint, and I'm just going to click on the part name and say OK. So now this is fixed. If I go to my constraints navigator, you can see, I'll just organize these by constraints. You can see that there's a constraint here in the constraint navigator, and that's the only constraint that's in the part file or in the assembly. Next, the next part I'm going to bring in, I'm going to use the assemble command. So I click on assemble, I select the part that I want assembled, and it basically brings it in some sort of convenient spot. And then I could start doing what would be natural. So for example, this face, I want to touch that face. I'll hit apply. Then I can move this around in the assembly constraint or the assembly module. I could move things around like this. Just select on something and move it around. I can then do, let's say, a parallel. So I'm going to make this parallel with this, with that face. There we go. And say OK. Then I want it positioned 1 inch away from this edge. So I'm going to go to the distance command and select this face and this face and type in 1. Say OK. I'm going to align these two faces. So here's the align. So I'm going to put this like this. Okay, so now if I go back to the assembly navigation tool, you could see that my first plate is fixed. My second plate is fully positioned, as witnessed by this little black dot here. And I can go into my assembly constraints, and I can right click and say organize by or group by components. Here, this is a very nice way to see all the constraints, all the assembly constraints, because you can easily organize them by the component and see what's there. So there's the touch, there's the parallel, there's the distance. I don't really need the parallel anymore, do I? So I'm going to just delete that. So great. So it's very easy to bring in plates and assemble them and constrain them. So the next thing is to menu, insert, weld assistant, and for this particular one we want a fillet weld. The fillet weld, in order to apply the fillet weld, you select one face like this, and then you select second face like that, and it shows you the profile of the fillet weld it's going to use. It shows you the start and the direction, and you hit apply. So there's that. So there's a weld on that side. There's also a weld on this side. And apply. So that's all welded together. It's all fixed. Everything is great. I'm going to bring in yet another one. So I'm going to say assemble. Let's say steel plate 2. I'm going to put this face on that face. I'm going to hit apply. I'm going to align this face. Whoops. I'm holding my finger on the shift key to deselect that edge. So I'm aligning this face with that face. Good. Apply. And then finally, I'm going to do a distance between this face and this face. That's going to be 1 inch. So I find the distance command. Here it is, distance. Oops, I should have hit apply on that. Let's just cancel out of there. Let's move this component in here like this. Like that. Say OK. And then finally, the distance command says the distance in between that face and that face is exactly 1. Say OK. And then menu, insert, weld assistant, fillet weld, select the face, select face 2, apply, face 2, OK. And there you have it, a simple weldment with components and using the weld tool. The great thing about using the weld tool is that when you do a drawing later, the weld comes, the dimension of the weld comes for free. So here, let me show you. So this is called assembly. I'm going to save that. I'm going to say File New. And I'm going to go into the drafting mode. So here's a drawing. Here's a B-size sheet. Say OK. And there's my drawing. I'll dispense with the filling out the title block. I'll scale it to 1/4. I'll hit the Orient View tool. So I'm going to orient it like this. I'm going to do an orthographic projection. I'm going to put an ISO view right here. So that's base view, orient views. I like to see it, I'd like to see it in that orientation. So I'll scale it right, pop it here. Okay, I think I need one more view. So I'll highlight this and go to the projected view. There's that, good. Okay, so finally, I'm going to put in the note. I'm going to say menu, insert. This is going to be an annotation, and there is an annotation called an auto weld symbol. Auto weld symbol. In order to use it, it says select the views. I'm going to select, I'll select this view. Select the welds. This one. Close enough. Say apply, and there you have it. It's a note that tells you that the weld is 0.375 in its side length and 20 inches this way. Fantastic. So that will save you a lot of time, and it eliminates the mistake one can have or one can do when defining these very complex symbols. So there you go. Let's move it over here. That's much nicer. And that is a really good use of the weld tool. Thanks for watching. Again, my name's Steve Samuel from Design Visionaries. I'll see you on the next post.